Hello, everybody. You know why we're here? You read the title already. We're here to recap what happened in the NFL in week 6, everybody. Now, I'll go ahead and say it. I got the Thursday night game wrong. I thought the Eagles would actually be able to take care of business with the Giants, but they did not do that. So, started the week off 0-1, not going to lie. But I did recover on Sunday. Yeah, I went 10-2, baby. Only got 2 games wrong. Pretty mad at one of the games that I got wrong, being the Cowboys game. But hey, we're going to talk about those guys in a second. Starting off, we had that very putrid international game between the Broncos and the Jets. That game finished 11-10. But hey, I still told you Broncos are going to win it. I didn't know that was going to be the score. But I could tell you that Broncos are better than the Jets. Feel bad for Aaron Glenn. Hey, but at least he did not get fired. He did not get fired like another coach, or the Tennessee coach, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So there's still hope at least out for him with that. That's why I'm still just crossing my fingers that they let him finish it out, that he can get some wins to really just solidify him being able to finish it out, get some more players, and hopefully turn that around. Because I know the Jets have been asked for such a long time, so I know a bunch of Jets fans will be happy if they finally can be worth anything, because it's been a while. But next we go on to that Rams versus the Ravens game. The Rams pulled it out like I said they would. Because I told you Lamar's not out there playing for the Baltimore Ravens, so he's not out there. Same kind of thing goes like it does with the Bengals. If the Bengals don't have Joe Burrow out there, they look pretty shitty. If the Baltimore Ravens don't have Lamar Jackson out there, it's not that they look shitty, but it's just you just know like yeah, they are missing something very big that would help them be looking and playing better than they are. And that's my boy L Jack. That's why he is the MVP of definitely that team. But hey, I mean, like, there's questions about last year, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. And oh man, shout out Puka, man. He got hurt in this game. Honestly, I know that because I got him on my fantasy team. He's gonna be out for a little. I hope he's not out for a long time, but he may be out for a couple weeks. So prayers up to him and the Rams. I mean, they just keep winning, man. I keep telling y'all about them LA Rams, man. They're gonna be a force to reckon with when this is all said and done. Here's enough vamp. I've done enough vamping. Let's get to the Cowboys versus the Carolina Panthers game, in which the Dallas Cowboys lost after I was very confident they were going to beat the shit out of the Panthers. Lost by 3, so it's not like we got whooped, but God, I'm just telling you, bro, that's the thing with the Cowboys. It's always something. We never can just operate off. We can never just fire on all cylinders. There's always going to be something that's messed up with us, whether that be coaching, whether that be the offense, whether that be the defense, special teams. Like, there's always something. It could be like, oh man, our offense is really great, but it's going to be our defense is playing dog shit at times and just can't stop anybody. So we just deal with those issues, and it's like Dak's not the problem at all. And I know a lot of people like to give Dak a lot of shit, and that's the thing. I always try to tell people Dak isn't as bad as people think he is. He's not as good as some people, other people, and he himself may try to make us believe, but he is better than a lot of people give him credit. And if you started honestly ranking quarterbacks and you were honest about things, after about 4, that's when you start getting the preference. Like, there's like, we can all kind of agree on the top 4 quarterbacks, or at least I thought we used to be able to, but after about 4, that's when you start getting the preference on like who you would take above who else. And I'm trying to tell you, you're not gonna have many names after 4 that you're gonna honestly, if you're being honest with yourself, take over Dak Prescott. But that's another conversation. They lost. Cowboys, we're down to what's our record? We're like 2-3-1 now because of that shit. We should have been 3-2-1, but I mean, hey man, could be down this week, but I'm up next week, man. So on to next week with the Cowboys. Ain't gonna worry too much about that. Next, we had the Colts versus the Cardinals. Told you they'd be able to take care of that, man. Indiana Jones and them boys. Shout out to the Ursay sisters again. They are doing their thing this year. Shout out to the whole state of Indiana. Shout out to Indianapolis. Like it's a nice little city. I've been there before. It's a nice small city. They love their sports teams there. So I know that they're going crazy. That the Colts are doing good again. So shout out to them, man. Um, Next, honestly, man, I originally picked the Seahawks, but I went with the Jags for some reason. Went against my better judgment. Jags burned me. Seahawks. I'm done with it. Honestly, I'm done with disrespecting you guys. This is the second time that I've done this to the Seattle Seahawks this year, and they have been like, Tess, this is what your ass gets. So going forth, I understand and I respect you guys as gangster in a lot of situations going forth, guys. Next, we got hey man, we got the Chargers, man. I know this kind of brings it brings a smile to my face, to my heart, man, because I like Harbaugh. I love Herbie, man. They're doing their thing. They just keep getting wins, man. I'm telling you, they're gonna have like 11, 12 wins when this is all said and done. They're gonna be in like the top 3 or 4 of the AFC. Man, they might mess around and get themselves to like the second or even to the conference finals. I'll be happy for them if they can do it. Miami, though, on the other hand, they are going in the opposite direction. And it's just, like I said, man, get ready. They're going to start having a fire sale. Like, I don't know if they're going to do it by a trade deadline or whatever like that, but Miami's going to, before sooner than later, they're going to decide that it's like, honestly, we need to get out of the business of a lot of these contracts and people that we have. And we're just going to have to cut bait. We're going to have to figure out what we're going to do. A lot of the people on that roster, a lot of those coaches are going to be gone. I feel like Mike McDaniel's going to end up losing his job when this is all said and done. Don't know what week that'll be. Hopefully, it'll be at the end of the season when it's all said and done. But we shall see, man. If it gets pretty terrible, if it gets even worse, anything can happen. Steelers went and beat the Browns. Man, the Browns just keep losing, man. Their boy Gabriel, he started, didn't look all that great. Had a couple of drives that were okay, but all in all, nothing to really just be impressed by. I mean, everybody's clamoring, everybody's waiting for Shador, man. At this point, let Shador loose, man. Shout out to Shiloh Sanders too. Saw a video of him pretending to be Shador, talking to some of the fans after the game. Love him, man. Shiloh might be my favorite Sanders so far, but free Shador, man. Let my boy play. Let him get out there. Let him get acclimated to being in the NFL and just start his career as a NFL quarterback, because that's what he is, and that's what he can definitely. And if he isn't yet, that's what he can definitely progress into being. Because honestly, they ain't really doing shit in Cleveland anyway. So just let the boy do that. This whole ridiculous experiment of having like 3 or 4 different quarterbacks there was crazy, and they're seeing what's happening there, and it's just Cleveland's just gonna be ass for a little bit. So you might as well let my boy get some reps in there and mess up and get better, dog. Moving on, we got the Patriots. Patriots been having a sneaky year this year, guys. People need to watch out for the Patriots. They've been having a sneaky year. I don't think they're gonna do shit with it, but I mean the Saints ain't shit, so it's like they should beat the Saints. But I'm just saying, Patriots are racking up more wins than people really realize. And when this is all said and done, they might be one of them wild card teams. They already beat the Bills, who are in their division. If they can rack up enough wins, I don't see them winning that division. But if the Bills keep dropping shit and doing what they've been doing these last couple weeks, and the Patriots stay on it, hey, crazier things have definitely happened, man. That'd be crazy for Drake May in his like what second year, I believe. He's not a rookie this. Yeah, I was like, that'd be crazy for Drake May to lead them to like the playoffs, man. That'd be like Mac Jones did in his rookie year, but then didn't do shit afterwards. But I don't know. That'd be a wild story for the Patriots. I wouldn't be too mad if it happens for them. Man, my boy Cam Ward and them, they got their cheeks clapped again. They got their cheeks clapped so bad that their coach got fired afterwards. The Raiders got themselves another win. Pete Carroll has them looking better than they were already last year. That defense is pretty good. They're doing their thing. Gino's still, he's serviceable. He's making stuff happen on the offensive side. And I mean, they should have beat the Titans. Like the Titans are dog terrible. They're just ass right now. And I feel bad for Karen Ward, but hey, man, that's what happens when you're number one pick. You go to a shitty situation in a lot of places, and you just gotta navigate through them. Next, we had the Bucks versus the San Francisco 49ers. Baker Mayfield, the front runner right now for MVP in a lot of people's ballots, which I completely understand and I agree with. I don't know if he'll finish with the MVP. It'd be great for Baker if he did. He deserves it. He's been through a lot of shit over the last few years, but he found a place here in Tampa Bay after Tom Brady left, and Tampa embraced him with open arms, which no other place that he had been to had really done. Like, they had other places had given him, like, yeah, we'll give you a couple weeks that we like you, Baker, but like, nah, Tampa was like, bro, we like you. You're our guy. You're a dog for us. You're fighting hard, and he's been doing that. He's got Tampa Bay looking good. They've only lost once this year, and that was to Philadelphia. And we see what's happening with Philadelphia right now. So does that even make you be too afraid of them maybe going against Philly later on in the season, in the playoffs or whatever? I don't think it should. So, hey, man, if you're a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, I completely understand you being high right now on what your team is doing. And, hey, kudos to you guys. Next, we got Green Bay and the Bengals. Told you, Bengals are ass. They gonna be ass right now until that boy Burrow comes back. Jamar Chase probably is definitely frustrated. Gonna continue to be frustrated. I mean, he got his money now, so he ain't tripping too much. Same with T Higgins, but that's the thing. You can only deal with so much losing before eventually you ain't gonna want to be too quiet about that bullshit. So we'll see and we'll monitor that situation. Green Bay, they got them another win. They're going to be one of those teams fighting for the NFC when it's all said and done, as everybody's predicted. But I don't think they'll capture it because they got a lot of problems and a lot of issues, and they've been dealing with different injuries and things as well too. So we'll see how they hold up. But they got another victory, and I ain't mad about it because I predicted it. So yeah. Last but not least for Sunday, we have Kansas City. We had Kansas City versus the Detroit Lions. That was an eventful game. My boy Patty got back out in the Pat Mahomes form, threw four tutties. The boy was out there slinging that ball, doing his thing. Detroit looked okay, but I mean, hey, they were just the Chiefs were just too much for them. They continue to remind you about who they are and how they are the Chiefs. They prove themselves against a team that's really good and a world beater kind of in the NFC that definitely beats up on a lot of people and will honestly can hang about 30, 40 points on you no matter who you are. So it was a good victory for the Chiefs. There's a lot of eventful stuff. Juju Smith-Schuster got his ass beat at the end of it for doing some like otherwise, lame shit that he did during the game, but that's neither here nor there. Don't really want to get too much into that, but did just want to note that happened just to say that it was an eventful game yesterday, man. It was a nice Sunday night football game. Kansas City came out with a dub. I'm always happy to see my boy Patty Mahomes come out with a victory. So it was a good night for me. It was a good day for Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Sunday was good. Finished, like I said, 10-2. So for the week, at least at that point going into Monday, I was sitting at 10-3 for the week already. So already a really good week, looking good. And I was pretty confident about going in to, the doubleheader that we had on Monday night. That I was like, these two teams are going to come through for me. So I'm going to have a 12-3 week, man. It's going to be good. That's going to be crazy. It's going to be the best week I've done. But yeah, man, that shit didn't happen at all. Both of these teams decided to lose on Monday Night Football and just completely wreck my Monday night picks. So yeah, I mean, like I told you, man, I be getting these things right sometimes, and then also sometimes I don't know what the hell I'm doing or what I'm talking about, and I can definitely get things wrong. Definitely saw Buffalo beating Atlanta, but man, if you guys watched that game, you saw how Atlanta controlled that game, and from the start to the finish, they were like, "Nah, we beating their ass tonight. Like we're winning this game tonight. I don't care what Josh Allen tries to do. I don't care what they try to say. Whatever. Yeah, he did MVP. Cool. Whoop de doo. We don't give a shit about none of that. We putting belt to ass, and that is exactly what Atlanta did. Down to like literally the last play where Josh Allen tried to basically save the game, threw a pick, seal the loss. I mean, we'll seal the victory for Atlanta. Hey, On to the next one. So, sucks for Buffalo because now they've dropped two in a row, just like Philadelphia has, and they're just getting back to doing that shit that they do, where they start dropping dumb games and they make everybody not believe in their ass. And like I told you guys in the last one, they're one of those teams that people are so fast to jump on the bandwagon for, but they're also so quick to jump off that bandwagon as well. And that's what we're going to start seeing happen with Buffalo, especially if they lose next week. I don't even know who they're playing, but they drop another game or another one like this. Yeah, bro. That back-to-back MVPs for Josh Allen, that shit's going to be out the door. Ain't nobody going to be talking about that no more. In Buffalo, people are going to start being like, yeah, we don't believe in them. Yeah, they could end up finishing in the top 3 or 4 in the AFC like they usually do, and we won't believe that they'll do anything past maybe the first round. So, unfortunate for them. Finally, we have the Chicago versus the Washington Commanders game that ended off this week 6. And I ain't gonna lie, guys, this was a pretty good game. This was a better game than I thought it would be. Thought Jaden McDaniels and them were gonna win, and they were winning for a majority of the game, but they lost at the very end of it, which was pretty interesting, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, because last year they had another game like this where Jaden threw the Hail Mary in his rookie year, and won the game. That was a crazy finish there. So they kind of had, wasn't exactly like that with another Hail Mary or nothing, but definitely came down to the end of the game. Chicago and them boys pulled it out. This was a good victory for them to pull out. Like, both Atlanta and Chicago getting these wins last night on prime time. This was amazing for, like, the whole organization, for the team going forth, to allow them to know, like, yo, we can win big games when all the eyes are on us, and we can do it even if no one expects us to do it. And that's always good for like team morale and just everybody going forth, because you got to have faith that you can beat whoever you're going up against. Because if you don't believe you can beat them, who's going to believe in you? And hey, that's what they are doing in Chicago. Is they're one of those teams like Tennessee and these other teams that like they just keep getting beat and they keep having these losses week after week, but like they are in these games and they're trying at least for moments throughout them. And this is one of those games that all that trying and all that effort ended up with them getting a W. And I know this is just good for all those Chicago Bears fans. They love to see this because they know that honestly, this is probably just a testament to what's going to be for them in the future. And I'm happy for them, man. Like, hey, I like underdog stories. I like seeing shitty teams eventually turn to being better over time, because it just makes the whole sport and the game more interesting. So I'm all here for it. Even if, my picks were wrong, I'm always here for just good football and just good entertainment. And I'm happy that other people get to be happy as well too, even if I'm not always happy about the outcome of things. So another good week, guys. Another good week. I finished the week, what was that, 10-5. So not bad at all. Well above 500 for the year. Oh my God, I knew exactly what this record was. I had it earlier. Yes, I am 52, 27, and 1 for the year. So hey, bro, I'm kicking ass on these picks. I did miss week 5 because, like I said, I was in Virginia, so I didn't have all those games. Or it'd be more, and I don't even know how many of those I missed actually, and like what that's gonna make my record be, or the amount of games I'm gonna have picked by the end of this year. But well, it don't matter. I'm gonna keep up with it as well as I can and tell you guys, hey man, look at these picks, man. I would tell you guys to vote to bet some of these, but hey, as you saw on my Thursday and my Monday night games, I don't even know what I'm talking about sometimes. So bet these with caution if you're gonna do that. But let me know what you guys thought about these picks. I hope you enjoyed the games this week, and we'll be back to talk about some more. We got the Thursday night game coming up in 2 days from now. I think it's only one, or I think yeah, it's only one. I don't know. I was tripping. I thought I saw that it was two, that they're having a doubleheader, but no, it's definitely one. So probably have that preview video come out tomorrow on Wednesday, or may just wait till Thursday and do it the day of the game and everything. See what's transpiring between now and then. But you guys take it easy. Have a good one. Peace.